Hello there everyone, I am Dresden, and welcome back to another episode of Downhill Madness. This is episode, 55, I think, of this series, and we're going to be running 3 more vehicles down the Stairway Mountain Rally Course this episode. Of course, this is not the vehicle that we are going to run down, this is just one of the vehicles that I usually start in. We are going to actually run down a random vehicle. So, let's go over to vehicles, let's do select random, and we are doing the HPC Mud Bus for the H series. So that'll be the next vehicle that we run. And here it is, the Gavriel H series HPC Mud Bus. Now I've already randomly selected the other 2 vehicles that we'll be running. And let me tell you, this episode is going to be an interesting one. I don't really know what HPC stands for, so if you do know, let me know in the comments. I realize these videos have been doing really well, which I'm very happy about, because this thing is wobbly. Because I have a lot of fun making these videos, so keep showing them support and I'll keep doing them. That thing rolled backwards. So this episode, we are running this is what we'll start with, the HPC Mud Bus H series. Then we have the Gavriel T series HPC Anti-Drift. Now I don't know, again, what HPC stands for, but I don't really see a similarity between these vehicles besides the fact that they're like missing their front bumper. So I don't know. But that'll be interesting. I haven't driven either of these other 2 vehicles yet, so we'll see how they do. The red one there is the Gavriel MD series Mega Flush Septic Services. Again, don't know how it's gonna do. Apparently I didn't have the handbrake on though, so it rolled backwards. But we're gonna find out how it's gonna do. So let's go ahead and line this up in the parking spot next to these, and we will go ahead and get it started. So let's go ahead back here. Alright, are we ready? Again, the timer starts. If you haven't seen one of these, we're running down this rally course. Each vehicle gets 3 attempts to make it to the bottom, and we take their fastest time of them making it to the bottom. Usually the first run I take easier than the other 2, just to make sure that the vehicles can make it down, so that they at least get on the leaderboard. If they don't make it on the leaderboard after the 3 runs, that's it, they're done. They don't get run again. They will just forever be in the ether. Which means it's kind of difficult, to know when you've run a vehicle that hasn't made it already. Oh, this is bad. Brakes are bad. Brakes are bad. Brakes are bad. Alright, save it. Okay. Well, we managed to save it. So the brakes on this are not great. Which is not good. It's a big vehicle. I would think that it would have brakes that are kind of, matched up to how big the vehicle is, but I guess it doesn't. I guess it's just got some normal van brakes. We're going really fast. We're going like 68 miles an hour, 67 miles an hour, which is quick, especially for a van of this size, but that is all right. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying the series. I know it's just me running vehicles down the hill, but I think it's fun to do, and I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I also think it's fun to watch. Of course, I watched through the whole video during the editing process, and I think that it's great. I think it's so fun to watch and record. Now, of course, I'll get some things out of the way. I don't know the time that these vehicles are getting. The timer is added in the editing software, so I do not have any idea how good they're doing until the video is processed. I'll then go back through if the vehicles do make it to the bottom, which I'd assume they're all going to this episode at least once, I'd hope. Then I'll go back through their leaderboard, and I will find them, let you know what place they're in, what they're around, and you guys can see the leaderboard too. Just a fun little thing that I do at the end of the videos, so stay tuned for that to know how these vehicles do. Also, this is... Oh, over rev risk. Alright. This is a test of me driving the vehicles, not just the vehicles. If it was just the vehicles, I'd do like 10 or 15 attempts and take the best attempt, or like the average attempt. But this is me driving, seeing the best attempt I can do in these vehicles to get to the bottom. And I think that that adds a little bit of charm to it. I think that it really makes it, I evolve over time, so the vehicles, I'll get better at running over time. Brakes are very hot, by the way. I thought the brakes would be a problem. Yeah, it kind of evolves over time, the leaderboard does, because the vehicles that were at the top, I know that I could do better in, but they get pushed down lower because I'm doing better in worse vehicles, because I'm just getting better at driving in this game, pretty much. And I think that adds to the charm of the event, which is just really fun. We did make it to the bottom. Oh, stop. Oh, jeez. We made it to the bottom. This has to be the most pristine vehicle I've made it to the bottom in ever. Look at it. It looks like it did when I started. And I think that was a decent time, too. I think we can go faster. I didn't use the handbrake, I don't think, in that one. Let me know if I did, but I don't think I really did. Maybe like once or twice. I feel like if I whip the handbrake on some turns, I could probably do a little bit better. I'm not sure, but I think, yeah, we even drive in practically a straight line. So that is just impressive on this thing's end. That's really impressive. Yeah, let's go ahead and do run number 2 for this, see if we can get a better time. I have a feeling that this one is going to end in disaster, because I'm just gonna push it a little harder. Of course, the third attempt is usually the one that I push it really hard. But who knows? We'll see. All right, and attempt number 2 for the H Series Mud Bus. This thing should be called Rally Bus. I don't know. I was thinking of something, but because it's doing pretty good. I mean, that last run felt really good. Now comes the harder runs, because we got a time. The time felt nice. Now we need to get a better time, and to get a better time, you really gotta drive the crap out of these vehicles. Let's not go off that edge. That was good. That was a good turn. That was nice. We did nice there. Handbrake, I'm using the crap out of it currently. To a good point. To a good point. Not too much, I don't think. I think that it's working real well with me just helping me drive this vehicle. We got to like 74 miles an hour on that straightaway that time. That's fast. That's really fast. I think the worst thing that could happen to this vehicle, besides losing a wheel, those wheels are very exposed. If I land any jump wrong, I feel like we're gonna lose them. But I think the single, like, worst, just random thing that could happen is probably losing suspension. If we lose suspension, the axle is going to be to the body of the car, and that is not what you need in something like this. And losing suspension usually ends up at least being the beginning of an end to vehicles in this, because you bang the bottom of the engine on the ground so much it starts to break. You break the radiator doing that. You start breaking tires off because they're slamming into the body of the car. A lot of bad things can happen by snapping an axle. Or not snapping an axle, by just breaking your suspension. Including snapping an axle. That's another thing. But, yeah, I don't know. This thing is flying. 84 miles an hour. I think I saw down there at the bottom of the screen. Of course, the bottom right speedometer is not fully accurate. That's the speed of the wheels, so if the wheels spin a little extra, then it shows a higher speed. The airspeed in the very bottom middle of the screen is actually an accurate speedometer, letting you know what speed the air is moving over the vehicle. That is the most accurate speedometer you can really get in this game. So if you really want to know how fast I'm going, look at the bottom middle. Don't worry about that right side. Right side, the RPMs are correct. The gears are correct. Which, that's another thing I was going to talk about. Oh, slow down, 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 slow down. No. No. It's okay. There's an alternate entrance down here, and I don't think the sand is going to slow us down very much. Usually that's a challenge for vehicles, but I don't think it really will be. All right. Attempt number 2. Again, the vehicle looks nearly pristine. The brakes are cooler because I used them less. But that last turn we need to watch if we do make it to the bottom on the third run. We need to watch that last turn. Also, I swear this isn't invincible. This thing just looks so pristine, but it's not an invincible vehicle, and I will show it to you. I'm gonna hit this wall over here just to prove that this isn't invincible, that I'm just doing a good job driving it. There you go. It's completely broken. It's gone. Yeah, not an invincible vehicle. It just is going very well with it, which is good, which is a good thing. Yeah. On to the third attempt for this vehicle. I think that second one, I think that might be like top 10 time. I think that was really good. I don't know if it's that fast, but yeah, it was pretty good. Let's see if we can do even better. I think we nailed everything besides that last turn, so if we can get that last turn down, I think we'll be golden. All right, and here we are with attempt number 3 for the mud bus. See if we can do even better this time than that last one. That last one had to have been better than the first one. I don't really have a question about it, or doubt, or anything. I'm sure that it was. Oh, this is bad. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. That wheel did not come off. I swear we just slammed into a rock with that rear right, or rear left, rather. And it did not come off, which is just sick. Ooh, that was bad. That was a bad turn. Now, I feel like if we want to get a better time, we're really going to need to cook now, because I messed up that beginning right there, and that's a crucial point. Everything here is a crucial point. So we're really going to need to go quick. One thing I was saying in the last run, though, that I got interrupted by us making it to the bottom, is that I drive all these vehicles in automatic transmission to take out the risk of me missing a shift and breaking it. It's just simpler if I let the game do it, plus it lets me focus on the road more. So I do drive in auto, and that's why. It takes out a little bit of the human error. Not a lot, because I'm, of course, still driving the vehicle, and I'm choosing to take it like 80 miles an hour, but takes out some of the risk. Uh-oh, this is bad. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. The tree! The tree! Ooh. All right. All right. Well, I mean, we'll still try to make it to the bottom, but this will no longer be a game-winning run. That was rough. We are bent. We are definitely bent. But this proves to you guys that I was just really good at driving it when I got it down twice pristine, because this run is not pristine anymore, and it's not invincible, and you guys know that now. But I feel like with how we broke the steering, it's doing better. Uh-oh. Ooh, this might be a game ender. Depending on how it hits the wheels, this is a lot of rolling. I mean, come on, it still runs? Like, holy smokes. Ooh, not well. That front suspension is collapsed. That was my one fear that I had with this. Front drive shaft broken. That's also really bad. Uh-oh. Apologies for that. I clicked off of my screen. Because for some reason, this game, when it's full screen and you click off of it, decides that it needs to turn everything. Like, all my screens went black. I have 3 screens, and they all went black, and then, you know, it never works. But I probably ended the timer there when that happened, because I don't think we're making it to the bottom. Our steering is broken, and our front axle is broken, which means that we are rear-wheel drive. That's not good. Now, what I will try to do, quickly, see if maybe we can eradicate this, is lock the rear differential. That's the front one. And we'll put it in low gear. And we'll see. No, I mean, our steering is completely gone. We have none. We have no handling. Yeah, I think we're done. I think we're dead in the water. Unfortunate. But that run was not going to be a good one anyway, so. Yeah, it is what it is. When you really think about it, it is what it is. It's whatever. But yeah, that was the H-Series HPC Mud Bus. It did pretty good. It did really good, actually. I think that second run is it's a contender to take out the top 10. I don't know if it will. I don't know if it was quite that fast, but This thing is rapid. Yeah. All right. On to the next vehicle. I don't think it'll do as well. I don't know if it'll make it to the bottom. We'll see. All right. Next up is this. This is the Gavril T-Series HPC Anti-Drift. It's got 4-wheel steering. And it's in a low... Wait, hold on. Why is it in low gear? Why is my mouse locked? There we go. High gear. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting. Engine starved of oil. Why? Why is it starved of oil? This thing kind of sucks. What is happening with this? The 4-wheel steering, I think it's potentially rear-wheel drive. I mean, it's got to be more than rear-wheel drive. But it's not... Oh, anti-drift, like it just doesn't drift. Maybe that's what that means. I mean, obviously anti-drift would mean it doesn't drift. Wow, English language is confusing. But that would make sense. My question is, why are we revving like we are? This is just a strange vehicle to drive. I don't know what else to tell you. What's even weirder is it doesn't even have a trailer mount. So, this is how it's meant to be driven. Because there's no mount for a trailer on the back. And this is how it spawns. It's not like I took the rear wheels off or something, or added more front wheels. This is it. This is this truck. What a curious creature this is. But, I don't know. It's also very loud. I apologize if it's really loud. Hopefully, if it is, hopefully I turned its volume down. Now, with this steering, it's kind of taking a little bit to acclimate to it, because it's just odd. But I feel like I can take things quick with it. Oh, that could be bad. It's alright. We got 3 wheels still. Maybe 2. We can turn left really well. Right can prove to be problematic. But left is fine. That was a hard hit, though, on the front of this. Alright, turn right, 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 turn right. This is a problem. There's a lot of really tight right-hand turns up in front of us still. So, this will prove to be an issue. Oh, sorry, cow. Boink. It's okay, you can drive through the cows. And the fence, which I don't remember if you were always able to drive through the fence. You'll have to go back to, like, my first episode of this, probably almost 3 years ago at this point. Let me know if we used to be able to drive through the fence. I think they're... no, I'm thinking of a different course, where there used to be, like, containers around and stuff, and then... I think that was my Driving Until Destroyed series that I did. Where the map changed a lot while I wasn't playing it. Or while I was playing it, actually. That's a big hit. That's a lot of big hits right after each other, actually. And I think we have no steering. Yeah. You can see in the bottom middle I'm steering with that wheel, and all 4 steering wheels are broken. Also, the exhaust fell down. I don't know. This thing, looking at it at the beginning, I was like, oh, it'll make it. It'll be fine. And now I'm like, I don't think it's going to make it at all, actually. But, I mean, only time will tell. We'll see. On to round number 2 for this. We'll see if we do any better. It doesn't even move anymore. I mean, I guess if I lock that diff, maybe it would, but I'm not bothered. It doesn't turn, so why would I even try? Alright. Attempt number 2. See how it does. Alright. And attempt number 2. Now, I'm not quite sure about what it's doing right now. How we're not over-revving. The automatic transmission is just not loving whatever is going on in this. I think it's because this rear wheels, since there's no weight over them, they're probably spending a lot of time off the ground. Would be my guess. And so it's like the engine is playing like there's hardly any resistance. Turn! Turn! Oh my gosh. What an awful creature this is. What is this even? Like, come on, dude. I don't know if I will ever drive this vehicle again. Obviously, it's a mod. HPC, whatever that is a mod. Homer's Pastel Cooking, I think is what it stands for. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it. It's got to be. I don't even get this vehicle, man. I don't get what it's for. I don't get why it exists. I know it's anti-drift, so it's got 4 wheels at the front that turn, and it doesn't drift. Even if you hit the handbrake, it doesn't drift. That was me holding the handbrake down for the majority of that turn. But it also, I mean, look at how floppy those front axles are. Like, I go over the bumps and they jiggle. That's how messed up. Not even messed up. That's how weak they are. Oh, man. It's a constant battle with this. I want to make it to the bottom once, man. This might be the run. Now I know to take it a little easier on this, because this vehicle is one that cannot take a beating at all. You got to be a little careful with it. But third run, if I do make it to the bottom in this one, I will not be taking it easy at all. Because I want to see if I can get this down fast, right? But that comes at a price. If I get it down fast, will it be functioning? Will it work? I don't think it'll work after this one, and I think I'm taking it really slow. I don't know. And we're going 50. But 50 is not very fast. We were going like cooking 80 in that last vehicle on this, like 70, 80, maybe 60s. 60s for a good amount of time. 70s for a bit. I don't know if we actually hit 80. I don't think we did. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did, because we were flying down this course in that thing. This is a much different vehicle to drive. The steering is so different on this, and you hit the gas and it just doesn't want to go. Like, for the most part, I'm just using inertia on this. Also, it's only got 4 brakes. No, it's got 6. It's got 6. They're just cut off at the bottom. But you can see the tops of them. So it does have 6 brakes, which is good, important for a vehicle like this. Interesting that it only shows me the widget the size that it is right now. Doesn't show me the fact that it could have 6 brakes there. You think they put it at the top, not the bottom, but whatever. That's nitpicking. This might make it to the bottom on this run. We've officially made it past where we were. There's just this turn. This turn is very scary. This turn and that last turn are the 2 very scary ones. This one, if you go off, chances are you're not making it back. There's a big brim on the edge, and you hit it, you go flying, you break some wheels, you roll over a bit, you're done. This one, same deal, kinda, unless you just go like off straight here like we did in the van last time. But it's such a steep hill to brake on that it's just tough. But it goes straight into that beach with the sand, and if you can't drive in the sand, then you're done. Alright. We took it a little easy. A little easier, and we did make it to the bottom. Surprisingly, made it to the bottom. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Look at this thing. Like, why? What is this? This is full throttle, by the way. Look at the bottom middle. Throttle's at 100. Like, full throttle. I don't know, dude. Interesting vehicle. Interesting critter. We still got one more run. Oh, the steering's already broken, too. It's bent, for sure. It doesn't go straight anymore. There's no way. One more run with this. I don't think it's going to go very well, but we'll see. All right, and the final attempt for the HPC Anti-Drift. It's got a Segoya plate on the back, which makes me believe it was made by Segoya, who's one of the developers of the BeamNG multiplayer servers. He's got some interesting critters that he's made, and I think this is one of the more interesting ones. I think that van, the last van, was also made by him. HPC might be like a roleplay something in multiplayer, something like that. I don't know. I don't quite know what it is. Can we get the handbrake to work? No. That was all handbrake all the time. We got nothing out of it. Gosh. Why is it not moving? Go forward. You're at 40,000 RPM. Go forward. Times 100. 40 times 100? Yeah, that's 40,000. 40... No. Why is it... No, it's 4,000 RPM. Why is it laid out like that? Because of the fives? I never realized that the diesels are at times 100 RPM, not times 1,000. I guess it's just 4,000 RPM. Crazy, I thought that diesels revs to 40,000 RPM, though. That's a lot of RPMs. I could be wrong. Address me in the comments. Address me. That's a Reddit meme, I think. Though I've started seeing it on Instagram, so I don't know. Yeah, let me know in the comments if it's 40,000 RPM. I feel like that should be 4,000 though, because it's times 100. But the times 100 could be wrong. So I don't know. This is about to break. It just did. Front steering's gone. Front steering's gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. Oh, that's a big crash. That's a big crash. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. The wheels. Oh, we're done. We're so done. This is gonna be the thumbnail of this video, guys. This is definitely the thumbnail. Why are we spinning? Stop moving, please. Oh no. We're not okay. We're not okay at all. Oh, dearie me. Well, we made it down once, so that's still good. Not the third time. Not a chance. Alright, well, on to the next vehicle. Hopefully the next vehicle. MD Series, I don't know. That's another big truck. We'll see how it does. Alright, and finally we have this. This is the Gavril MD Series Mega Flush Septic Services. I don't know how this will do. Why is it in low gear? Why are they all spawning in low gear? High gear, please. Put it in overdrive. We gotta go, man. Yeah, this is a MD60, so a smaller of the MD series. I think the MD70 is the bigger one. It's like a Ford F550 kind of, you know. We'll see how it does, though. I'm curious with this one. This could be a hit or a miss. I'll go to the brakes. Pretty good. Okay. Brakes feel decent. I'm assuming we can do some handbrake slides in this. Oh boy, can we? Except, what's happening with the transmission? Alright, that was weird. Maybe we stay off the handbrake. That was strange. I didn't like where that was going. I think the brakes are good enough that they're like locking the wheels anyway, so I'm assuming this doesn't have ABS on it. Come on! There's only one problem that I really see with driving it in automatic. Yeah, it helps me focus when I drive in auto versus manual. Yeah, it helps me do better. But every once in a while, a vehicle like this, it just doesn't work very well. Which stinks. This vehicle also probably stinks. It's a septic truck. But what I'm saying is, when the transmission doesn't really shift well... Oh, why is my cursor back on the screen? You guys couldn't see that, but my cursor just showed back up. When it doesn't shift well, it really just tanks. No pun intended. The time does. It's just, it doesn't do well anymore, and it loses its opportunities to do well because the transmission doesn't shift well. But again, I'm testing the vehicles, and that's a part of the vehicle. Now, is this made for rally? No. Is there a lot of camera shake right now because the camera's moving around a lot in this truck? Yes. Is it annoying? Kinda. Sorry if you have to avert your eyes a little bit. I totally understand. Because it's a little motion sickening, but thankfully I don't get motion sickness, so. The detail in the back of this is cool. The tank, it's got like a seam where they welded this tank together in the middle. That's really cool. Oop, we got a little lag stutter there as well. I don't know if you all experienced that or if it was just on my end, but we did get a little stutter. It's okay. No, not the end of the world. This computer can run it. This computer will be fine. We are going very fast. We're going the speed of that first van down here, but with less brakes. I don't know how or why. I'm doing a well job controlling it, though. I'll tell you that. It's not easy to do. There's a rock out on the outside there. Watch that. Brake a little bit here. You can get a little sideways for this turn. All right. Now we got almost a mad dash to the finish. We got 3 more turns, unless you want to include all this as one hairpin. But this turn is the bad one. Oh, no, 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 no. Save it, save it, save it. Okay, if I didn't hit the throttle there, I think we would have been gone. Yeah, that turn's bad. And it's really annoying when they go off that turn, too, because, like, I'm always so determined to get it back on the road. Because the vehicles, like, sometimes they drive fine, but they can't get up that hill. And my rule is if it goes off the track, it's got to get back on the track as close to the point that it went off as possible. And sometimes that's just not completely possible. So, oh, come on, we're at the end. We're at the end. Why did you rev that high? Okay, we made it to the bottom. It revved to like 4,000 RPM, and it redlines at 20, I don't know, 6,000? 2,600? Not 1,000. We did it, though. We did make it to the bottom. We do have a time for this on the leaderboard now. Now we just try to get there faster. I feel like the next run is going to be bad, and then the third run is going to be a mix of bad and good. That's usually how this goes, but we will find out. So let's give this another try, see how it does. All right, attempt number 2 for the Mega Flush Septic Services MD series. We'll see how it does. I'm going to try to make that transmission work a little better. I feel like there's maybe a little finagling I can do to make that happen. I'm not quite sure, but we will find out. I wonder if you can fill the back of this up with liquid. I don't think you can, but that would be a cool mechanic if you could. You could, like, fill it up with sewage. This is bad. That field of rocks is bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, let's lock the diff. There we go. The lock diff always helps. Alright, engine is broken a little bit. Steering's a little busted as well. We hit that rock really hard. But if we want to make it to the bottom in a faster time, we gotta move. So now we just move. Now we go. Now we see what happens. That's really it. Uh-oh. Well, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go off the track. Ah, figures, doesn't it? Uh-oh, wall. Oh, we're good there. I think we might have clipped it a little. Well, we can get back on the track over here. My only exception with not getting on right where we fell off is like this crap, this sheer cliffs. But there's roads that intersect all the way down the course, so if we land on a road, I just take the road to the nearest point of the track. And that's that. I don't think we're making it to the bottom in a faster time in this, which means we are just going to move. I am going to predict what's about to happen. We are going to, well, now overheat. I think we'd overheat before we made it to the bottom. Radiator's broken. I think we're going to go off this turn. I didn't think we were going to roll, though, but I figured we were going to go off. I was really pushing it there. Maybe a little too hard. Oh! Oh, man. I really need to get that that widget working that tells me how heavy the vehicle is. What just happened? My wheel has been swallowed by a wall. Alright. Well, let's see if we can get this. We'll put it back on the road with the free camera. Do we have steering still? Steering's gone. That broke our steering. Okay, well. Bush. We hit the bush. Yeah, our steering is completely cooked. That's what the kids say. Oh, Oh, we're getting sucked into the wall. What in the world? Why are we getting sucked into the building? Okay, well, that's it for run number 2. I predicted it correctly. We did definitely get a little bit stuck, a little bit cooked on this one. So that's nice. That's real nice. Engine's gone. All right, on to attempt number 3 of this vehicle. We'll see if we can make it to the bottom. I don't think we're going to. I think attempt number 3 is going to be just like this one, but we'll see. All right, and here we are for attempt number 3, the Mega Flush Septic Services MD series. I've decided that I'm going to run a thumbnail test on this, by the way, so there's going to be a thumbnail of all 3 vehicles, and I think whichever one gets clicked on the most is the one that it keeps, but I think there needs to be enough data to support the one that gets clicked on the most. I don't really know how the thumbnail tests work, but if it does end up being an inconclusive test, I'll end up putting that second truck as the thumbnail, because I think that's the best one. But I just took a thumbnail image of this one as well. We'll see how the thumbnail test works, if this video gets enough clicks. I think it runs for 2 weeks, the test does. We'll see. Alright. That was a better turn than last time. I'll tell you that right now. That was good. This one, stop it! I had to handbrake it a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Boop, 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 boop. Whatever that song is. I don't even know who makes that song. But I do find myself singing it sometimes, referring to it, I guess, in a quotation context. Sometimes. Alright. This run is so far, I think, the best run we've had. We'll see if we make it to the bottom. Slow down. We had a little bit of a sound glitch there. Interesting. Come on. Shift, 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 shift. Shift. Thank you. Sorry. I got a little demonic there. That's my bad. Yeah, this is going well. Better-ish. We're hitting things with more speed. That's really the only part that's going better. Oh, this could be bad. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay. This bump is a killer, so let's not hit this bump hard. That can cause flips right there. These are usually fine. That last one can get you, but then this is a sharp turn. There goes the semi-truck. I had to put it over there because it kept rolling onto the road, so I had to put it in the tree to hold it. But as you guys know, I keep the last vehicles that I run around the track, wherever they died, on the last run. So that van is coming up here as well, I think. It'll be off in the distance, but should be like on this hill, off in the distance. You should be able to see that van somewhere. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite looking for it, but if y'all see it, fun little Easter egg, I guess. Alright, hit the brakes. Hit the brakes, and we go, and we move, and we fly like an eagle. I don't know. Those are the only words I know. That's all I got. Sorry, that's embarrassing. I do that with a lot of songs. I just know a couple words and I just sing them, and then I'm like, well, that's all I got. That's all I got for you. Go watch some Forza videos if you want to hear me sing more. Me and Jonah tend to break out into song randomly in those videos, and I know that at least as I'm recording this, the last ones that we did break out into song at some point. Don't remember what song it was. There was a really good one. I think if you find the video, I think I was in the Da Vinci. Italo Design Da Vinci. We sang like the Jacksepticeye All the Way song, and it was sick. It was so good. That's up for interpretation. All right. Turn. That bank kind of saved us there. We made it to the bottom. It's on the 3rd attempt, and I think that went better. Get out of reverse. I think that went better than the first one. I think that was faster. Our vehicle definitely looks better. It just looks like we took a little bump on the front, and that's it. How's our steering? Our steering is still straight, like dead center. It looks good. I think that run was the best of this vehicle. So we did make it down in all 3 vehicles today. This is not an episode I thought we were going to make it down in all 3, but we seem to... Man, that hits hard. Thing's got a lot of weight behind it, I guess. We do seem to make it down on all 3 attempts. In pretty much every video we do now. I've just improved that much as a driver, I guess. That rear bumper does nothing. It just bent out of the way. Yeah. Let's go on to the leaderboard. We'll see where all 3 of these vehicles place. Alright, and now onto the leaderboard for this episode. And before we get started, I just wanted to let you know, obviously, this is all AI generated. All of it. Look at that. This section and 16 others in your document are highly AI generated. Definitely didn't type any of this. That's a lie. That is like, that's a big lie. This is not AI. I don't even know how AI would do this, but they'd probably line up the things a little bit better if they did. So there you go. But anyway, let's get on to the leaderboard. So in 17th place is the first vehicle we raced today. That is the Gavril H Series HPC Mud Bus with a time of 3 minutes, 3 seconds, 3 minutes and 3.15 seconds. There we go. It did pretty good. 17th place is pretty high up. If we didn't go into the sand on this lap, we would be much, much higher up. But unfortunately, we did go into the sand. Second lap, I don't remember what happened the second lap. Third lap, we got decimated by many things. So, yeah, this is the first lap that we did. It might be the second. No, this is the second lap. First lap, we made it, but it was slower. It was almost 10, 15 seconds slower, I think. Yeah, so that's pretty good. In, we are lagging a little bit. In 115th place, we've got the Gavril MD Series Mega Flush Septic Services with a time of 3 minutes and 46.59 seconds. 115th place, not crazy good, but better than many others. So there you go. And in 132nd place, on the final page, I'm pretty close to the last place member, we got the Gavril T-Series HPC Anti-Drift, that weird 4-wheel steering, 2-wheel drive semi-truck monster that was awful to drive. Got 4 minutes and 8.63 seconds, so that is in 132nd. Almost the exact same time as the Romer Diesel V8 LXT35, which is in 131st. But since I have the extra digits, technically it's after. If you don't know why I have the extra digits, go back a few and watch. But basically, my editing software, Shotcut here, decided to get rid of the timer setting to have just this, and instead added this one. So I'm using this now. It's a lot more accurate, helps a little more, but, you know, it's a little different. But yeah, so there you go. 132nd place, 115th place, and 17th place. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's go drive some vehicles off some cliffs as I tell you guys goodbye. All right, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, hit the red subscribe button, and that bell icon to get notified of when I upload. There will be new Downhill Madness every so often. I don't really have a set time for it anymore. I used to do every Monday, but now with school, I work full-time. I'm always very busy. Wow, we crushed that van. But whenever I get them done, they'll be up. I also do videos on Forza just about every week with Jonah, so go check those out. I have a podcast. Go check that out. Link will be in the description to that. We did a podcast episode with Jonah not too long ago, but podcast is doing well. Go check it out. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Also, we're bringing GTA back. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, all that jazz. And until next time, goodbye.